What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boston Clinic and more. Back with an all sports topic video once again. Checking out the Georgia game in the with Oklahoma. So I have a reaction right after that. But talk about what's people's infatuation with Jordan shoes. Black people in particular. I heard something like they spent $2 billion on Jordan shoes last year. And what I don't understand is, okay, it's the same shoe. He might change colors or do something different, but this is the same shoes he's been dropping for 20, 30, 40 years now, it look like. And people continue to go out there, break the bank, and buy these shoes. And what's so funny is about it, you don't really see a lot of wealthy people rocking Jordan shoes or rocking the Gucci shoes and stuff of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to understand what makes, having to have every Jordan shoe so unique or so popular. It's not a trend or a fad no more. This is something that tends to stay. It's passed down to generation now. When parents continue to buy these kids these Jordan shoes, it's kind of ingrown in them and embedded in them that's what they want when they get older. And that's factual. You keep dressing your kids in the new Jordan gear, no matter how good or bad or poor they doing in school or in life. You keep buying them in Jordan shoes. That's what happens when they get older. They gonna keep, I gotta have them. I gotta have these ones I had younger. They got them in yellow and blue now. I just don't understand it. And it's not like you're supporting a guy who's a stand-up citizen in Michael Jordan. He doesn't give a flying fuck about the black community. I heard that he said he didn't even like black people buying his shoes or whatever nature that was. He rarely speaks up on black issues in the black community. He donated some money finally when the Black Lives Matter stuff was really hitting the fan. But historically, he don't speak up on matters. He only cared about what's going on in his world and in the basketball world. He was no LeBron James. LeBron James, I can see if a lot of people supported him like that, supported his shoe. He empowers his people. He empowers his community. He helps his boys go to school, get a job, show them how the business work. And, he's empowering. He sends kids to college. I mean, he's so in depth and deep into his community and his people that I think he just don't get enough credit. Most people just look at him on the floor. But what he does outside the basketball community, he truly is TBE the GOAT. When you're talking about the resources and the community work that he does on his own without the NBA telling him what to do. But that's another conversation for another day. But people dress their kids in these Jordans. They go broke for these Jordans, They paying, $200-$300 for a pair of shoes when they don't even have life insurance, car insurance. They stand at home with their mom, staying in the basement. But they got to have these shoes. It ain't like, they get a Jordan shoe. I can feel it like, you know what? I like those. You know what I mean? I'm going to get those, These are every Saturday, or every other Saturday, standing in line for these same Jordan shoes. It ain't no new ones, no new designs. They're not going to get the newer ones or whatever like that, or they're not playing basketball. They're using them as a fashion statement. Stand in line every weekend or every other weekend whenever they drop to buy these shoes. And now they're handing that tradition down to their kids. And it's to a point where I heard, I know for a fact that it's going to be that Michael Jordan is more known for the shoe than he was what he did on the court, And I just don't understand it. Somebody can help me understand, what's the importance of 20, 30 years later still having the same pair of shoe. They're in a different color. All these retros are retros. You already had the shoe several times. You had them in 98. You had them in 2008. You had them in 2008. You're going to get them in 2018. You know what I'm saying? What's the point? Keep buying these shoes. And at the end of the day, these people go broke for these shoes. They can't even buy a McChicken after buying these shoes. Don't have no food in their refrigerator. Don't have no gas in their tank. And then they buy these shoes and flash them off and can't even go to the club because they don't have no money to even show them off. Want to call and borrow money from you because they didn't spend their money on these shoes. What's the importance of them? And then on top of that, it ain't like people have any originality how they rock the shoes. They got these ugly outfits, or the outfits they get off the mannequin. They don't get no, it's nothing. Everybody got the same little Jordan sweatshirt on, or they look raggedy with their raggedy fake True Religions on, or these nasty True Religions they got. in these same outfits. You know, it ain't like they freaking these outfits out and doing something real nice. You got the $200-$300 shoes on, but you got the rainbow and $10 store shirt and jacket and pants on. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Or you got the old beat up Levi's from '98 you got on. So I just don't understand the trend of it. You know, maybe somebody can help me understand why is these shoes still popular. But we